Good Novatos, thanks for tuning in to yet another video. Infamous here. We're going to be looking at my Leather Pros. Now this is the long-term review. I've had these for over a year now, or close to a year now. And I just wanted to give these one more review, something that I've noticed since owning them. And maybe I can share with you guys and probably give you guys a better understanding or a better choice when picking saddlebags. Some of you guys are probably looking at saddlebags and probably wondering, man, are these worth $700? And you're looking at all the other options. Now I've owned pretty much all of them. I've owned the cheap knockoff China ones from eBay. I've owned those, and I still have those on my other bike. I've also owned the Viking saddlebags. I own those on my Sportster. We're gonna get to those in a bit too. Facebook group, they've been talking about those saddlebags. And now I own these monsters right here, these Leather Pros. And there's a few more options there, but I don't have any ride time with those other saddlebags. But I think those are pretty much your three tiers. You might consider Harley-Davidson. That probably would be your god tier, I guess. It's just mainly because nothing on quality or anything like that, but just on price. Those are the Sport Glide saddlebags. Those can run you around maybe $2,000 to $3,000, you know, depending on labor, paint, and having them installed by somebody else. But anyways, let's get on with the topic of today's video, the Leather Pros, the V3s. These are my V3s. Let's go ahead and just mention the cons. A lot of you guys just want to see the cons to a product off the bat, so let's just get that out of the way. Something that I've noticed over the last year or so, there is a little bit of a minor, very minor rust on the mounting hardware overall. I keep the bike outside. I don't have a garage, so overall it's a minor bit of rust residue that I've noticed on the mounting hardware. Another issue that I found, and it just seems to be with one of the saddlebags, it's probably inside the bolting, the hardware, the locking mechanism, the quick release, one of the actual bolts that kind of holds the whole saddlebag onto the mounting bracket. It just seems to have, I guess, not a smooth finish. It's not a proper clean cut or something like that. I'm going to show you guys, and if you can see, that is from that bolt, and it's just on one side. So just to kind of give you guys a heads up, be wary of what you put at the top of the saddlebags, mainly around the mounting of the actual saddlebags. You might end up scratching if you have a visor, or if you have, you know, your iPad, or you have a mobile device or something. This was done on my Yeti. So, and the Yeti, I don't really care about it. As you can see, I drop it, I bang it up quite a bit. But just in case, you know, so you guys don't make the same mistake. I don't know, like I said, it's just on one saddlebag that I've experienced such issue. And you know, that could be your phone, or that could be something that's valuable to you, just in case, who knows. And that same saddlebag, I also carry a fabric that kind of covers up my bike while I have my bike at work. I protect the saddlebags and my seat. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I always upload those images where you can see that I have an actual cover on the bike, and that same saddlebag has also slightly torn that fabric. So I don't know, maybe I just have to sand it down or smooth out the end to prevent more issues like this. But now I'm a little bit more wary about it, and I won't put my valuables at the very top. I'll just put the stuff at the bottom. So with that being said, those are the cons so far. After, you know, riding the bike, my daily rider, going to work, and you know, just generally those are the only things I have seen that are wrong with these designs, these saddlebags. But overall, these saddlebags are amazing. Those cons, they're really minor stuff that I had to kind of point out, something to just kind of mention to you guys. And those are minute issues when we're talking about these saddlebags. Let's start talking about some of the pros about owning these $700 saddlebags. The installation is extremely easy compared to Viking, compared to my cheap eBay China saddlebags. The installation is absolutely easy. Anybody can do it. You could really have these installed in about 5 minutes. If you have the easy mounts, you could get them installed in about 5 minutes. Extremely easy. You don't need any specialty tools, and the Leather Pros, they send you all the necessary hardware. That's what I like about buying these saddlebags. They send you what you need. They send you your regular bolts, and then they send you the quick release bolts, which are for your luggage or your rack. If you want to install a luggage rack, or maybe a back seat for your passenger, or whatever, they also give you the necessary hardware to install either or. So it's amazing. I like it, and extremely easy. So now that we spoke about the installation, let's go into the other pros, the other benefits of owning these saddlebags. You have the quick release. You can take these off with one hand, and I've done it. You guys can see me in the videos. I'm holding the camera while I'm taking these off, and I can do it with one hand. It takes about maybe 5 minutes just to remove them, maybe less than that. You could probably maybe 3 minutes to take these off. If you're looking at a quick release style of saddlebags, these are the ones that you want. You could go Viking, or you could go one of those other saddlebags, and they do have adapters, but that adapter is going to add maybe about 2 inches or 1.5 inches to your saddlebag. So it's going to kill the look. I don't know. It's just one of those things with the gap in between the fender, the strut, and the saddlebag. These are super clean. Yes, Viking and those other manufacturers, they do offer alternative options when it comes to quick release, but you just can't beat what you're getting with the Leather Pros. There's no way. And the bike looks good with those little studs on the strut. They don't stand out too much, and the bike still looks good. And they're like a polished aluminum, so they still look good. With the saddlebags and without the saddlebags, the bike looks good. So with quick release in mind, let's talk about the security of these saddlebags. They do give you a locking mechanism. You can lock up these saddlebags. These are the keys. They do give you 2 keys. That's enough to put on both of your key fob and your spare key. So you can lock these up. There is some security, but as in the zipper and the opening and closing of the saddlebags, they don't give you anything, but they do give you some heavy duty zippers. And I mean the clips themselves. I'm not sure what they're called, but you could put a heavy duty lock on that. So far, I haven't had any issues with people, getting into my saddlebags. I go to the grocery store, I go to Target, I go to Safeway with my bike. I ride to work. Like I said, I take these saddlebags everywhere. I don't have any issue about them getting stolen. I think I have a more likelihood of my seat getting stolen than my saddlebags. The overall build quality, the manufacturing of the saddlebags, the quality, just everything about the saddlebags, they're absolutely amazing. They're well worth the $700. If you're looking at those Vikings, some of those Viking saddlebags are about $400. Now on the Facebook group, people have mentioned that they've had issues with those saddlebags scratching up the paint on the swing arm. Some people have mentioned scratching up the inner fender. I don't know how. I don't know if it's user error or installation was wrong with those saddlebags. I do not know. All I know is there has been some complaints in the Facebook group with the Viking saddlebags. I don't think anybody has complained about their saddlebags, their Leather Pros scratching their bike or hitting their bike or anything like that. Even with this being a quick detach on my bike, there's no rattle from the mounting hardware on the bike at all. I haven't heard any noise. There's no rattling, even if they're fully loaded or if they're empty. Absolutely zero noise, no rattle. I think I get more rattle from my grips on my handlebars than I do with the saddlebags, and that just shows you the quality of the overall design and the build of these saddlebags. You have this quick lid on the top. Like I mentioned, if you've seen some of my other videos, this is the way I usually ride my bike. I don't have the zipper all the way up, and this is just for me to kind of get in there and get out real quick. This is the way I ride. I've never had any issue with my stuff or my belongings coming out of the saddlebag by not zipping the saddlebag all the way up. And this is where I was telling you about the inside of the mounting hardware scratching up your belongings. Probably, like I said, it was just on one side. And the overall build, the quality, the zippers, the heavy dutiness, the capacity that you could put in here, and they're also expandable. So if you like that cleaner, narrow look, then you could have them collapsed. You also have the option of expanding these saddlebags, and they'll give you so much more capacity. You could put a whole bunch of stuff in there. I'm not going to be talking about what I have on my saddlebags. That'll probably be for a separate video. They come in two different finishes. You have this one. This is the Ballistic Nylon. I think these look cleaner than the leather ones. I don't know. I prefer these over those. They're also $100 cheaper or $200 cheaper. I just prefer these because those other ones, they look like a ball sack.
Oh my God, that is not what a testicle is supposed to look like.
The leather ones. And these overall, the quality of the saddlebags, I think they still look great. I really like these over those. And you don't have to maintain them. With leather, you know, it's just they're out in the sun. You have to maintain those bags a lot more than what you have to do with these Ballistic Nylon ones. So that's pretty much it. I do highly recommend, if you're looking at a quick detach saddlebags, you have to spend the extra $300 or $400 for these Leather Pros. These are the best. When it comes to quick detach, these are absolutely, in my honest opinion, the best option that you have. These are well worth the $700 in comparing them to, like I mentioned, to my previous saddlebags. I haven't been as impressed or as, you know, satisfied with these saddlebags. $700, well worth the price. If you're looking at saddlebags and you need them kind of like the way I use them, you commute to work, you use them every day, you store your luggage, anything, your lunch bag, your Yeti, your cooler, whatever. You could put a lot of beer in these, and I put quite a bit of beer on these saddlebags. No issues at all. Absolutely amazing. Well worth the $700. And if you're looking at saddlebags, like I said, you just gotta spend the extra money for these. If you're planning on buying these saddlebags, or you're planning on buying saddlebags for your motorcycle, go ahead and leave your comments down below. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll try to answer just about any question. If you're planning on getting these, if you're planning on getting some saddlebags, go ahead and leave your comments down below. Let me know what you're thinking about getting on your bike. But you just can't beat these at all. You guys just stay out there, stay safe. Don't believe everything you read. Life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Later.